Ladies and, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. I'm not going to do a complete review of Survivor Series, obviously being a couple days later now. Kind of do a recap of Survivor Series, a recap of Raw. Kind of hit the major points and things I want to talk about. Fandango appeared on both shows, pre-show match at Survivor Series. It was live from St. Louis. And then he put on Raw, kind of redid the gimmick. He's wearing black now. He's a salsa dancer with Rosa Melendez. Don't know if I really care for it anyway, but whatever. Got two wins, dark match and a random Raw match. Bad News Barrett returned at the Survivor Series, had a little promo beforehand, kind of talked about being out for 5 months and his return and how it's bad news for everybody. Wade Barrett is a wrestler, I'm good with him. I think he does some good things in the ring. I just don't like the bad news gimmick. It's kind of retarded, I think. Obviously, we had new tag team champions of Survivor Series, Damien Sandow and Miz. Sandow was really over with the crowd. That St. Louis crowd was really hot for him. It's kind of neat. He's the face and Miz is kind of heel. Kind of seeing how that's going to interact as champions. They did defend the titles against the former champions, Gold and Stardust on Raw. So they got another win there. Kind of looks like they're on the same page. See where that goes. Obviously, the tag division. It goes those, really the last year or so. We got energized a little bit. I know NXT has a couple of good tag teams. I've heard Jamie and Claudio and Pearl St. Paul's talk about it. Ascension, and then there's another tag team down there too. That you guys should check out NXT a little bit, see what that's about. They had the traditional Survivor Series Diva match, kind of clean sweep for Natalya, Alicia Fox, Emma, and Naomi. It was kind of nice seeing Paige and Emma in person. First time I've ever seen those. The Bray Wyatt Dean Ambrose match. I enjoyed it. It was not as great as I thought it would be, but obviously I tried to lead on to something at TLC, which they did. Making the TLC match at the TLC pay-per-view, Bray Wyatt and Dean Ambrose looks good there. Obviously, everybody would have seen that kind of lariat that Ambrose has been doing. It kind of goes into the ropes and comes back and does a clothesline. It's kind of neat seeing him do that because that was Nigel McGuinness' move from Ring of Honor. It's kind of neat seeing that in WWE. Obviously, Dean Ambrose had the IC title match against Luke Harper on Raw. I was really hoping he would win that and actually carry on the TLC match pay-per-view, him and Wyatt with the IC title. Unfortunately, we're not going to get that. But I really like this feud. I think they can go a long ways with it. Just the story that both these guys can tell in the ring, just the promos that Bray Wyatt does. I really enjoy a character like a Bray Wyatt or a CM Punk has done it. Is during the match to kind of slow it down a little bit to get get the audience's attention back. They kind of cut a promo. Bray Wyatt did that here. He pulled Mike out and Dean, it didn't have to be this way. Dean, this is your fault. Dean, we could have ran the world together, Dean. You didn't want that. This is your fault, Dean. And, trying to kick his ass, and they set up the TLC match. It's kind of neat. And kind of like Bray Wyatt did with John Cena. Hands in the chair and dared him to hit him, and Bray Wyatt, or Ambrose is crazy, and he did it. So, it'll be interesting to see what they do with that. And I really want to see this feud continue. WWE's never really had a lot of feuds that last, a year. In Ring of Honor, we've seen the feud between El Generico and Kevin Steen, which both of them are in NXT. Check it out. Kevin Owens and Hideo Itami. No, that's Hideo Itami is Kenta. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. El Generico and Kevin Steen. But anyway, I'd love to see the Bray Wyatt and Ambrose just last a year-long feud. Maybe next year TLC have it for the title, world title. That'd be great with seeing that. Just seeing these guys get over with the crowd. It's kind of neat. Great to see. I had a stupid bunny match. The damn bunny's back. New Divas champion Nikki Bella. It's kind of brief pulls of AJ from WrestleMania 28 when AJ the kiss of death on Daniel Bryan and Sheamus won the title. Brie was on the outside, gets on the apron and kisses AJ right on the lips and kind of shocked her, and then Nikki hit her finisher, boom, new champion. kind of moving forward with Nikki versus Brie, probably for the Divas title. We've seen a little bit of that on Raw, where they kind of were out there with AJ and stuff. As everybody knows, the main event, we had Team Authority versus Team Cena at Survivor Series there. Cena, Ziggler, Big Show, Eric Rowan, Ryback. On Team Cena, Team Authority, Rollins, Kane, Mark Henry, Luke Harper, Rusev. One thing I really didn't even think about till afterwards, still watching Pro Wrestling Pulse, why wasn't Tripp on his own team? I thought that was kind of weird. In fact, he wrestled WrestleMania this year, wasn't on his own team here at Survivor Series with their authority on the line. But they just made Dolph Ziggler in this match just look like the incredible underdog, and there's 3-on-1 at one point. He was able to come back, kind of vintage Shawn Michaels type of performance, kind of the underdog, and then we believe he can do it, and actually did it. Just like when Shawn went in the Rumble #1, ended up winning it. When you make somebody that big of an underdog and then let him, prevail, it's amazing. Just seeing Seth Rollins and Seth Rollins and Dolph Ziggler at the end of this match, kind of about a 5-minute match between the two of them. Just seeing with the injuries and the contract stuff with the world title and whatnot, the WWE is able to take two young guys like this and just do that. This would be a great main event at WrestleMania. Obviously with Seth Rollins, seen him. The last time I seen him in the St. Louis series about 4 or 5 years ago. About 4 years ago in Ring of Honor, facing Chris Hero. Jamin and I were there, second row. And just, knowing how good he was then, going, okay, someday this guy is going to main event something. But when, and now, here he is, we're going to Survivor Series, and Seth Rollins is running the main event. It's like, holy crap, along with Luke Harper, former member of the Age of the Fall, in Ring of Honor with him. It's just amazing to see these indie guys, Daniel Bryan, and etc., getting their chance, Cesaro, and seeing the guys in NXT right now, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, Hideo Itami. Just knowing what these guys have done in the past in other organizations, and here they are at the pinnacle of everything, WWE. As we all know, there was also Roman Reigns made a video appearance. He's supposed to be coming back, he said in 30 days, so we'll see if he's back for TLC or not. But we had another WWE debut, Survivor Series, the Icon Sting. Big Sting fan. If you've seen my videos, I've talked about Sting. I've been a Sting fan for 20 years. I've seen his TNA stuff, I've seen his WCW stuff, and finally, here he is at the pinnacle of wrestling in WWE. Came out, obviously, they could have made that entrance a lot more cooler, kind of showed up in the rafters. Obviously, you hear the song, you kind of look at we were kind of sitting at the corner where you couldn't see the entrance, so you always got to look up at the board, and it's like, holy crap, that's Sting, and he comes out and just walks out. You would think they would maybe the lights go out and appear in the ring, or does something a little more in-depth, a little cooler, like they would have Bray Wyatt return or Taker come back. But it was still neat seeing him walk out and kind of stand off with Triple H, and first time ever Triple H and Sting in the same ring, first time ever Sting in a WWE arena in the ring. It's like just amazing. This Scorpion Death Drop on Sting helps Team Cena win. The Authority's out of power. So obviously, the only person who can put the Authority back in power is John Cena. So we'll see where that goes. And then, obviously Daniel Bryan returning on Raw. So looks like you're starting to get some of these guys back. Roman Reigns is back in about a month. Daniel Bryan's back on TV at least. Don't know if he's in wrestling shape. Seth Rollins is looking a beast as always. Dolph Ziggler over with the crowd. That's just amazing. I guess next Monday is supposed to be the New Day is Coming, which is next Monday, the new faction of Big E, Kofi Kingston, and Xavier Woods. Not sure what they're going to, if it's actually a New Day or what they're actually going to call it. Kind of interesting to see where they go with that. The Divas title, kind of see where is it going to be Nikki versus Brie, or is AJ gone, or no? Rumor is yes. Just a lot more questions than answers. And at the end of Raw, when Cena and Dolph won that 3-on-2 handicap match versus former Authority members Seth Rollins, Joey Mercury, and Jamie Noble. It was kind of interesting that because Jamie Noble used to be in Ring of Honor, former Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion, just like Seth Rollins. So there's a lot of indie connections to WWE right now and stuff, and seeing the anonymous General Manager was back, and you know, Michael Cole up at the podium, kind of see where that goes. Is Sting the General Manager? Isn't he? Is Daniel Bryan? Is it Mick Foley? Is it Hulk Hogan? Is it Tripp? What's going on here? There's so many questions answered. But, you know, is it going to be Triple H Sting at WrestleMania? There's another question. Obviously, everybody wants to see Sting versus Taker. What's Tripp got to do with it? Where's Brock Lesnar at? There's just so many more questions now, so many more exciting questions. Of course, obviously, those are for another show, another time. This will wrap up the recap of Survivor Series. Obviously, being there when Sting debuted in WWE was amazing. You can check the video out on my channel. Unfortunately, WWE had a little issue with me putting it on there. Don't understand why. Other people do it, but whatever. If you go down my page to my playlist, and there's a WWE show, a wrestling show, top 5 type playlist, and look in there, it'll actually be there. You can take a look at that, see my reaction, see the crowd reaction around me and stuff, and it's kind of, oh my God, Sting's in the ring. It was amazing, amazing moment. Stay tuned for a video about Sting, and kind of recap what Sting has done in the wrestling business and where I think the whole character right now should go. Obviously, the number one thing is don't overexpose him. Being 55 years old, he's only got maybe limited time, actual in-ring stuff, more stuff you can do with him. So a lot of questions to be answered, but hopefully we'll get those answers soon. We got, 5 months till WrestleMania. There's a lot of time to work all the details out. Well, that'll wrap up the recap for Survivor Series and Raw. Once again, my name's Robert, your host of Robert Sports Show. Have a great evening, and thanks for watching.